the 1994 ice storm. I was 11 years old, and I remember having a lot of fun playing outside.
So in 1994, I was 20 years old, and the thing I remember the most about the ice storm is we had no power for a week and a half, and I typically would get in the car and go have a little fun doing donuts in the Walmart parking lot.
In 1994, I was 19 years old, and I remember that the power was off for a really long time. We lived out in the country, and so our power didn't come back on for close to a week. We had to go to friends' houses to take showers. We had a lot of sandwiches because we didn't have any power to cook anything. But I remember spending a lot of time with my family and my cousins, and it was kind of a fun time because we had to kind of get back to old school stuff.
It was my first year of coaching, or the end of my first year of coaching football, and we stayed indoors for, I guess it was about a week. I lived in an apartment off of Rushwood out north.
In 1994, I was 10 years old, and I remember the pond behind our house froze over, and so we got ice skates, and I learned how to ice skate for the first time. But we also had to travel from where we lived in Collierville all the way to Crockett County because we didn't have any gas heat. And so we had to go to a friend's house in Crockett County that did have gas heat because we had absolutely no electricity. The main transformer blew. And I just remember playing a lot of cards by candlelight and kind of camping out in the living room and sealing off the rest of the house so that we could stay warm.
In 1994, I was in 11th grade here at Southside, and I remember being stuck at home for a very long time. I would have been an 8th grader. And I remember I lived in Nashville at home, because that's where I'm from, and we live on a hill, and it was awesome sledding because we had a metal disc and we just went whoo, right down and super, super fast. We did lose power. My dad has a small business, or did have a small business, and it was in downtown Nashville, and he just lived at the store because he couldn't get home and we couldn't get out, so he just stayed there. Once we did get out, we still didn't have power, so we went and stayed with my grandmother for a few days. But that's about all I remember. I just remember sledding an awful lot. I don't remember being scared or uncomfortable or any of that, just lots of snow.
In 1994, I was 30 years old, and I vividly remember the Delta ice storm. I had a 3-year-old and a 9-month-old baby, and I woke up to what I thought was a war going on outside my house with all the pine trees falling down, and we lost power I was out for 2 weeks. My dad came and picked me up and my babies, and we went and stayed with my mom because they had heat and I didn't. It was horrible. So y'all get ready, get prepared, get food, make sure you got plenty of water, charge all your stuff, and be safe.